Hi guys. So today we are doing lesson 9.7, graph and analyze relationships. I am on page 415. Unlock the problem. Sasha is making hot cocoa for a party. For each mug of cocoa, he uses 3 tablespoons of cocoa mix and 6 fluid ounces of hot water. If Sasha uses an entire 18 tablespoon container of cocoa mix, how many fluid ounces of water will he use? So in step 1, over here, I guess. How many tablespoons of cocoa mix does Sasha add to each mug of cocoa? So it says tablespoons of cocoa mix, 3. How many fluid ounces of water does Sasha add for each mug of cocoa? So it says right there, 6 fluid ounces of hot water, so 6. Use the 2 given rules, step 1. Use the 2 given rules in the problem to generate the first 4 terms for the number of tablespoons of cocoa mix and the number of fluid ounces of water. So 3 times 1, because that's the first time, so it's 3. 3 times 2, because we have 2 cups of it, is 6. 3 times 3, because we have 3 cups, is 9. 3 times 4, because we have 4 cups, is 12. Okay. Then we come down here. 1 times 6 is 6. 2 times 6, because now we have 2 cups, is 12. 3 times 6, because now we have 3 cups, is 24. 4 times 6, 3 times 6 is not 24. I'm off. 3 times 6 is 18, and then 4 times 6 is 24. There we go. Now the question is, how many tablespoons, how much water do we have if we have 18 tablespoons? Well, let's look and see how these compare. What did I do to 3 to make it a 6? I multiplied it by 2. So in order to do this one, I am going to have to do 18 times 2. 8 times 2 is 16. 6 goes there, 1 goes up there. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1, 3. So 36. All right. Now we need to write our number pairs. 3, 6 is fine. Then we go 6, 12. So top number, bottom number. Top number, bottom number. Next top number is a 9, 18, which is the bottom number. Next top number is a 12, 24, which is the bottom number. Top number, bottom number, top number, bottom number. Step 3, graph and label the ordered pairs, then write a rule to describe how the numbered pairs are related. What rule could you write that relates the amount of cocoa mix to water? So we're back down here with this thing. Multiply the amount of cocoa mix by 2, just like we had before. Because remember, 3 times 2, we had decided that that was how that worked. Okay. So if she uses the entire container, she will use, and we already have the answer for that, 36 fluid ounces of water. But that is neither here nor there at the moment because we need to put this on our graph. So 3, 6 is our first point. 3 up to 6. Then we have 6 up to 12. Then we have 9 up to 18. Then we have 12 up to 24. And now we get to try to put in a line. So let's try to put a line in this thing. All right. I'm going to draw a straight line down to there. And then continue it on up through there. Okay. So our question is, at 18, where is it going to be? So I come over here and I go to Coco at 18, and I go straight up the line to where I hit 18, which is right there. And I look across, and there is 36. When we multiplied 18 times 2, we got 36. So that is, in fact, how many fluid ounces we have. We have 36 fluid ounces. Write the final number pair as an ordered pair. Okay, so the final number pair is 18, 36. Then graph and label it. Already did. Starting at the origin, connect the points with straight line segments. Already did. What do the connected points form? They form a straight line. Why is this formed? Okay. Here, let me put this on the next line. So why do we end up with a straight line? Whenever numbers grow in a pattern, they always make a straight line. This is true. This is always true. If the numbers are growing in a pattern, in a way that you can sit here and you can say, do this every single time, and you'll get the answer, it'll always make a straight line. You'll never end up with one of those funky lines. It'll always be a completely 100% straight line. All right, so pause it. I'm moving on to the next page. All right, so I'm now on page 416. To try this at the top of the page, each $2 bag of copper wire contains 6 meters of wire. Write the number pairs as ordered pairs and then graph the data. Then write the rule that relates to the cost of the number of meters of copper wire. Okay, so first off, let's write these as ordered pairs. Remember, top goes with bottom. So in parentheses, the top, which is the 2, and the bottom, which is 6. Top, which is the 4, and the bottom, which is 12. Top, which is 6, and the bottom, which is 18. We know that this is a pattern. We were told outright that this is a pattern. So we need to ask ourselves, what did we do to the 2 to make it a 6? Did we multiply or divide? We multiplied by 3. So multiply the cost by 3. That's what we need to do, which means our final number is 8, what's 8 times 3? 24. And we can put a 24 in up here. All right. Now they want us to multiply by 3. So they want us to graph this. Let's go ahead and graph it. I'm going to go with the red. Okay, so 2. First number always goes along the bottom. Bottom first, then up. How far over, then how far up. So over 2, up to the 6. Over 2, up to the 12. Over 2. Oh, wait. I went too far over on that one. That is not where that one goes. to the 4, over to the 4, up to the 12. This is why I need to stop doing this. Over to the 6, up to the 18. And finally, we have over to the 8, up to the 24. We can then sit there, take our line, and draw our line the whole way through, just like that. So it's all nice and pretty. Graph and label the related number pairs, down to Sharon Show. Graph and label the related number pairs as ordered pairs. Complete the rule that describes how one sequence is related to the other, then use that rule to find the unknown term. All right, so first off, what do we do to the 2 to make it an 8? Multiply the number of square feet. So multiply 2 by 4 to make it 8. Right? So what is 10 times 4? 40. Right. Now we just need to graph this. So our points are 2, 8, 4, 16, 6, 24, 8, 32, 10, 40. Remember, top number with bottom number. That's how we get our points. All right, so let's put these in. Over to the 2, up to the 8. Over to the 4, up to the 16. Over to the 6, up to the 24. Over to the 8, up to the 32. Over to the 10, up to the 40. So you're going to end up with your dots looking like that. We can then draw a line that looks just like that through the entire thing. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2. On Mary's map, every 2 inches represents 10 miles. So what did I do to the 2 to make it a 10? Multiply the number of inches, multiply the 2 by what? 5 to make it a 10. So then we come down here to our last one. What is 10 times 5? Whoops. 50. Okay. Now we need to graph these. Remember, top point goes with bottom point. The top number goes with bottom number. That's how we get our points. So I have point 210, 420, 630, 840, 1050. Now I need to put in my dots. Go over to the 2, up to the 10. Over to the 4, up to the 20. Over to the 6, up to the 30. Over to the 8, up to the 40. Over to the 10, up to the 50. Then I get out my line. And I draw a line straight through, just like that. Okay, guys? So all that you need to figure out in the on your own is how to, oh, sorry, I ended up moving the book a little bit. How to, any event. they want you to actually draw a graph. So your graph is going to be with this grid thing going on over in that blank space. And you're going to have to decide how many to have each of them be. I would suggest doing it by twos, because that's what it seems to want to do it by. And then you have to ask yourself, well, what did they do to the 2 to make it a 4? Down in number 4, think smarter. Just graphing it, and then try to figure out what they did to how many push-ups he did each minute. So multiplying and that kind of stuff. Let's look at the back of it. So I'm clearing this. Number 5, Elsa solved the following problem. Lou and George are making chili for the annual firefighters ball. Lou uses 2 teaspoons of hot sauce for every 2 cups of chili that he makes. George uses 3 teaspoons of the same hot sauce for every cup of chili in his recipe. Who has the hotter chili, George or Lou? So they wrote down all of the ordered pairs so they could then make a graph. Elsa says that George's chili is hotter than Lou's because this graph shows that the amount of hot sauce in George's chili was always 3 times as great as the amount of hot sauce in Lou's chili. Does Elsa's answer make sense, or is it nonsense? What they want us to do is they want us to compare these points. So not at the 1 cup, because we have no idea, but where it's 2 cups of the chili, we're going to compare that. And we're going to compare where it is 4 cups of the chili. Those are the only ones that we're going to compare, because those are the only ones where we have the same number of cups of chili. So when we have 2 cups of chili, Lou has 2 teaspoons of hot sauce. George has 3 teaspoons of hot sauce. When there's 4 cups of chili, Lou has 4 teaspoons of hot sauce. George has 12 teaspoons of hot sauce. How much more? What did we multiply the 2 by to get the 6? 2 times 3 is 6. So George's chili is always 3 times as much as Lou's chili. Agreed? Yeah. So does it make sense? Yes, because when Lou has 2 cups of chili, there are 2 teaspoons of hot sauce, whereas George has 6 teaspoons of hot sauce, which is 3 times as much. Okay. You can do the other 2 problems on the other page. You'll do just fine. Talk to you guys later. Bye.